What's up guys, it's Sam here, and today I have a really cool video. I recently came across some of the best advertising I've ever seen from one particular brand, and in this video I'm going to break down my top 3 adverts that they did that actually got me to buy their product. And I don't usually get suckered into advertising. I usually kind of understand the concept behind it and can see a bad product from a good one. But I've got to say, these ads, they got me. So if you are into Facebook advertising, you're into brand advertising, any kind of paid media, you want to watch this video because I'm breaking down some of the best ads I've seen in my career running Facebook ads for like 7 or 8 years now. So in this video, we're going to break down 3 of them. We're going to talk about why they work, why they're so effective, how this brand has been able to compete with some of the biggest brands in the UK doing the same product, and stand out, and in my opinion, leverage social media in a way that other companies just aren't doing it in the same way. Before we get into the video, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you watching. All I ask is that you get value from this, you drop a like down below, and maybe hit that subscribe button if you gain value from this video. And we're going to get straight into it. So the brand in question is called Simmer Eats. Now Simmer Eats is a meal prep delivery service. So what essentially they do is you tell them what kind of food you want, what kind of, you pick your meals. Every Monday they turn up. I use this product. So every Monday you get anywhere from 3 to 5 to 8 to 12, however many you choose, pre-prepared meals that you just bang in the microwave or bang in the oven, and they're healthy, they taste nice, they are high protein, and actually it's a very good product. I've been using it for, quite a few weeks now, and I have most of my week's dinners now as Simmer Eats. Is quite cost effective. It works out between I think £5 and £8 a meal, which is pretty good. Like, the cost of supermarkets now, is hard to even buy ingredients for any less than that, especially here in the UK. And yeah, in this video we're going to talk briefly about how they've grown their their food delivery service, how they've leveraged social media to do it. I'm going to break down their social media ad strategy, why I think it's so effective. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm big into my video ads, and so we're going to break that down in this video. How you can replicate this for your business, whether you're advertising your online digital marketing company, whether you're advertising a local business, whatever your business is, doesn't really matter. We're going to talk about how you can leverage this style of advertising to your own benefit. And then I'm going to talk about how they're taking their product benefits and broken it down into individual adverts. So rather than having like one ad that talks about their entire product, very to the point, what they've done here, which is so smart, they've broken their product down into different benefits or different problem solutions, and each ad talks about one individual benefit or one individual problem that their product has a solution for. So in this instance, I've gone with cost effectiveness, time saving, and health, fitness / weight loss, which are kind of all benefits of this product, but they've broken it down into different video ads. So we're going to go into it. So what I'm going to do, when I get to each section, I'm going to play the video so you guys can watch the video ad, and then we're going to spend like 2 or 3 minutes just breaking it down for you guys. So the first one is time efficiency. Now I'm going to play the video on screen for you guys now, and then we're going to break it down.
We're hiring. Salary, £4.29. You're outraged, right? The audacity for us to value your time like that. That's exploitative. But here's the thing. The average person spends 7 hours weekly on food prep, driving to the shops, comparing prices and queuing, chopping, prepping, and cooking. Why? Because they save £30 by cooking for themselves. They value themselves at £4.29 per hour. There can be only one rational explanation. They've never heard of Simmer Eats, the UK's most loved meal delivery service, who have served over 1 million meals, who will save you 7 hours per week, who deliver high-protein, varied, chef-made meals to your door. Yes, it's slightly more expensive than doing it yourself, but if you value your time at more than $4.29 per hour, then Simmer is a no-brainer.
As you can see, it's a super engaging video ad. It's super smart. The idea behind it is very clever. What they've done is they've taken a very, very smart hook, which is the £4.29 an hour. So if you're watching it, you hear them say that, you're immediately on the defensive, sort of saying, oh, how can they do that? But they very cleverly kind of like intertwine that into their pitch of their product. It's very smart. I don't think people, utilize these ideas. I think you should be spending more time planning out your videos and your adverts than you should actually be, filming them, editing them, whatever it is. Everyone's so boring with advertising. What these guys are doing, which is so smart, is they're really breaking the mold of how they're doing it. So I thought it was very clever. You can see here it's got a lot of organic engagement on TikTok, equally on Instagram, and they've also grown their social media following. Like, you know, they've got tens and maybe even hundreds of thousands of followers organically, which is very difficult for a brand, but they've managed to do that with these very clever adverts. I'm not sure who's behind them. It could be the owner here, but I'm unsure. I know it's two friends that own the business, and a lot of their family work for the business and stuff like that. So there's other benefits. If you guys want to go and check out more of their videos, lots of them are just more organic, engaging content, not necessarily product ads specifically, but you can check it out. But they've explained the problem and the solution in a fun, engaging way, and they perfectly transitioned. I missed this bit, but they perfectly transitioned the hook into the product pitch, which I thought was incredibly done. And if you just look at a competitor, Prep Kitchen is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest competitor to Simmer Eats. Just compare these ads to what you just watched to this, which is like the majority of their ads look a bit like this. They're utilizing, you know, sales, discounts, coupons to essentially drive sales. Simmer Eats doesn't need to do that. Their advertising is that good. It's just very smart. Obviously, they have their landing page and sales page has discounts and coupons for new customers and stuff, but it's not a center point of their marketing. And I always talk about quality of customers and leads and stuff like this. If your ads are really good, you don't need to necessarily use, you know, hooks and discounts and pricing to drive engagement. At our agency, we've always had very clever, creative advertising, and we've never really needed to, you know, push guarantees or offers or anything like that because our advertising has been that good. So very cleverly done. We're going to move into the second one now, which is kind of the second benefit to the product, which is the health/weight loss element to it. This is my favorite. Okay, this one is incredibly done. What they've managed to do essentially is find a YouTuber. In fact, I'm going to play the video for you first, and we're going to analyze it afterwards.
This YouTuber attempted to lose 30 kg in just 3 months. If he did it, he'd get to play in the Sidemen charity match.
How much do you weigh? As of today, 114 kilograms.
You can touch grass if your weight starts at 8.
How was he going to pull this off? Not only by exercising more, but most importantly, nailing his nutrition. But Con loves food and wouldn't last on a bland, boring diet. Luckily, he found a diet hack.
I've signed up to a meal prep service. Now, Simmer Eat. I'm actually obsessed with the burritos. This is delicious.
Con was able to enjoy high-protein, portion-controlled versions of his favourite meals. He never ran out of time to meal prep, which meant he stuck to his plan. But did he hit his weight goal?
86.9 kg.
I made the cut! I made it!
You look absolutely incredible.
Come on!
By staying consistent, Con smashed his health goals. So if you want results like him, visit simmereats.com to get started.
So what they've managed to do here is essentially leverage influencer marketing in the best way possible. Now, we all know that influencers typically are getting paid to promote products, but what they've done here, whether or not they paid this guy, I don't know, but they've managed to take him, actually get him to use the product and use an influencer as a case study. It's actually an incredible advert. It's incredibly done. There's literally no better proof that your product works than a real life case study. They've done that, but they've done that with an influencer who's like two of the best types of like marketing you can possibly do combined into one. Amazingly done. They've also transitioned perfectly into a natural product pitch. Like if you remember that video, the last 5 seconds is a pitch of the product. Super simple, to the point, nothing else. Like the product is selling itself in this ad, and that's kind of what you want. The majority of the content is focused on pure content and entertainment. This has 668,000 views on TikTok, which is incredible. Again, a kind of similar comparison to Prep Kitchen, a healthy version of that, one of their health ads, I suppose. Again, boring, really boring. And this was probably the standard before Simmer Eats came in and started making these ads. They're just that much better. Okay, so I thought that was a really cool one. And we're going to go into the last one here, which is kind of pricing angle. So we've got those 3 different product benefits. We've got the health benefits, we've got the time saving, and now we've got price. This one's very clever. This one's a little bit more simple, but it's still very well done. It calls out the objection, like what people say. So I think it says something like about, I'll play the video, then we'll get into it.
When I tell people I run a meal prep company, they often say, "Oh, I could do that cheaper myself." No. You see, we live in an age where people only think short term. They'll happily spend 6 hours to save 30 pounds, effectively trading their time for just 5 pounds per hour. That's why we started Simmer, to add a
little bit of spice
to meal times. We make meals so delicious you won't believe they're healthy, but our meals aren't like the ones you make at home. where you have to eat the same lunch every day. We respect your time, health, and taste buds. Our menu changes weekly. Our meals are handmade by Michelin-trained chefs. They're packed with protein and delivered to your door, ready to heat and eat in just 3 minutes. We're tired of your precious time being wasted on batch cooking and want to get you to enjoy food without any compromises. And that starts today.
So as you can see, like I said, it plays into the objection straight away. So it says, I can do that cheaper myself, which is probably the biggest objection they get by far. And they call it out at the start, and then the rest of the video is them explaining as to why why it's more cost effective to get Simmer Eats to do your food. Like if your product, I always talk about the 10x rule, 10x the value. These guys are providing 10 times the value in terms of time saving, in terms of cost, in terms of health, the healthy lifestyle you get from eating it. It's very well done, and they're putting that across in their adverts incredibly well. And this one, I feel like, makes the product feel like a no-brainer. Obviously, I've seen a lot of these before I bought it. I couldn't tell you which one got me to buy, but it does a very, very good job of that, I feel like. So those were 3 examples, and if you look at any of their ads and look at the comments they've got, you can see that they're positive. Most company ads have pretty awful comments, like not awful, but like a lot of like trolling. A lot of people just don't like adverts, generally speaking. But if you go on Simmer Eats' comments, they're generally positive, like generally positive. Like you can see a lot of people saying how good the advertising is and how it kept them, enticed. And ultimately, if you can entertain somebody with your advert, I do think that you stand at an advantage of several of other brands, and that's what I wanted to kind of utilize. Obviously, your adverts for yourself, for your clients, doesn't have to necessarily be this high production value, and all this content, a lot of it's just filmed on the iPhone. It's just edited very well, and the script of the videos is very well done. So if you want to implement this kind of stuff for yourself, my suggestion is to take some time and plan it out. So you want to take some time, plan it out. You want to spend some time mapping out your product benefits or the problems that your product solves first, and then you want to break each one of those problems down and think of a creative way you can do that. And I think what Simmer Eats does very well is the relevance. They use lots of like memes, GIFs, like clips that are kind of relevant to the younger audience at the moment. They're the kinds of clips people are seeing on the internet. So like if there's a viral meme, they'll use that viral meme in their video ads. And there's absolutely no reason why you can't do this yourself. In fact, I had a little stab at this myself recently for my brother's web design company, and what I'll do is I will overlay now that ad so you guys can see that example.
Do you own a home improvements company? Be honest. Does your website suck? We're not going to tell you how important having a good website is. You know that already. It's your #1 source of inbound leads. But if you know your website needs a makeover, then you have 2 options. Hire an expensive web design agency who will charge you thousands of pounds. Or try and do it yourself, and it will most likely still suck. We are sorry. But there's a 3rd option. Hire Snappy Websites. You see, here at Snappy Websites, we design simple but high-converting websites for home improvements companies from as little as £399. You simply won't find a better deal anywhere else. So if you are interested, click the link and book in your free call today.
And actually how I did that was quite simple. I used a product called 11 Labs, which I'll put a logo on the screen somewhere here, to create the AI voiceover. I did the script myself. I edited it all myself. It took me about an hour. And it's nothing crazy. It's nothing super high end, but I think this does a good job of how I've been able to kind of mimic this same style for myself, or for a client, and kind of gives you a good example of how to do this. So it's a short video for you guys today, but I just thought it was a really cool company doing some really cool stuff, and I thought for all you ad buyers out there or people who are in the advertising space, I thought this was a really great example to share with you guys. So, but before we kind of end the video, I wanted to quickly talk to you guys about the Inner Circle, and I did mention this in my last video. We reached the 50 member capacity. We are taking on more members, but the price has gone up a little bit since the last time you guys watched the video, so it's now at $199 a month. However, I'm working on more course content that's going to go into the classroom in the school group. So we're going to be having Facebook ad mini courses. We're going to be having content. We do 2 calls per week, coaching calls, so you can get practical advice, support on any issues you're having with either your agency or with your paid ads. And we also have, loads of great members in there. So like we get a great community. We've got, I think, about 50, 55 of us in there now. We do free Facebook ad audits. So if you guys want to get your ads kind of audited by myself, you can do that. You can post an audit, and within 24 hours, I'll give you feedback and creative direction or creative changes to the ad. And yeah, I didn't want kind of want to pitch it any more than that, but we have opened more spots. So if you guys do want to join, you can join by clicking the link down below. But otherwise, I appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you guys in my next video.